Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best multi-tools.
Starting at number 5.
Gerber Truss Multi-Tool. The Gerber Truss is a burly multi-tool, thicker and wider than many others. Security comes from the very strong magnets that keep the truss closed, which is useful if you prefer to hang it on a lanyard through the dedicated hole on one end. And we liked the two-sided lock release and quickly became adept at pulling it down with our thumb and index fingers. As with several other models here, all of the tools, except the pliers, are accessible from the outside of the tool frame, which we always appreciate. In use, the handles open, snap securely into place, and make for a very sturdy feeling pliers with spring-loaded jaws that open easily on their own. In testing, we liked how the grip facilitated manipulating wires as we were making electrical connections. The truss has an anvil-style wire cutter, rather than a bypass, so the cutting surfaces meet at the point when the pliers close. This forces the wire apart, rather than shearing through it, which doesn't cut as cleanly but is stronger and works better on hard wire. The 3 sizes of flat screwdrivers worked well, covering the range of screws we encountered while taking apart the carburetor. Both the serrated knife blade and the saw were very sharp, and between the two easily cut the string, twine, rope, saplings, and wood. The scissors, despite their small size, we were able to cut out intricate shapes from paper and light cardboard.
Coming at number 4.
SOG SOG PowerLitre Multitool. This PowerLitre exhibited a buttery smooth action that was so pleasing, we could barely stop playing with it. Its main pivot is a geared compound leverage mechanism that opens in perfect symmetry. Squeezing the tool frame closed, a latch on the opening end maintains pressure on the jaws holding the bit securely in place, which works amazingly well, although you do need to supply your own hex bits. SOG calls this a mini multi-tool, and the PowerLitre is about 2/3 to 3/4 the size of most tools of this type. The narrow pliers worked very well in testing, and we found the ridged surfaces of the jaws gripped things firmly. The bypass wire cutters did a great job cutting and stripping 14-gauge copper wires, and the crimper on the opposite side of the pivot, although small, was effective. One side of the frame features 5 tools, including a narrow knife blade, a hook cutter, a flat jewelry-sized screwdriver, and a corkscrew. All of these performed better than average, and though we liked the tiny screwdriver, it wasn't quite small enough for some eyeglass screws. The opposing frame includes scissors, a bottle opener, a small Phillips screwdriver, a can opener, and the latch that holds the tool frame closed. These all worked as expected, although we had trouble at times engaging the outer lip on certain cans with the can opener.
At number 3.
Gerber Armbar Drive Multi-Tool. With its svelte minimalist frame featuring 3 main tools, this Gerber multi-tool cuts down on the crap and keeps it tools simple and effective. As a pocket knife-based multi-tool, it features a full 3-inch, locking plane blade. Although it isn't the sharpest right out of the box, it was keen enough to cut cleanly through paper, plastic, rope, twine, and stake, and was adequate for some light whittling. The side opposite the blade features a hex bit driver and scissors. The driver features a reversible bit in a magnetic holder. We love this because you get legit flat and Phillips screwdrivers that just plain work. The scissors are a bit larger than those found on other models, and were easy to control cutting out intricate shapes from paper to medium cardboard. Between the scissors and the driver is a sharp, narrow awl. We were able to use this to drill holes in wood and plastic, but it works well, as intended, to poke holes through leather and canvas. Rounding out the Armbar's 8 functions are a nice bottle opener that pivots at the end of the tool frame, a pry bar using the bottle opener flipped over, and a hammer using the wide base of the bottle opener. In the traditional sense, the hammer isn't what you'd expect, but who among us hasn't hit something using a tool as a makeshift hammer?
Number 2 of my list.
RoverTac 12-in-1 Multi-Tool. RoverTac's 12-in-1 initially caught our eye because users on Amazon rated it highly and it's affordable, too. While it might be a little bulky and heavy, we have to admit it's a decent value. We don't expect it to hold up to heavy use, but in a savior but kind of capacity, most of the tools functioned acceptably well. The long-nosed pliers, wire cutter, and wire stripper all worked reasonably well, as did the can and bottle openers and various screwdrivers. RoverTac claims the tool includes a saw blade, but it's more like a serrated knife, which worked, just not very well. The plain knife blade is sharper than it looks and easily cut through rope and twine during our tests. The RoverTac Multitool comes with a sewn nylon sheath to attach to your belt. Don't expect this device to be the pride of your tool collection, but when you need it most, the RoverTac is more than ready to tackle the job.
And number 1.
Victorinox SwissTool Spirit X Multitool. Fresh out of the box, the SwissTool Spirit X impressed us with its fit and finish. The tools are packed into the frame very closely, like scientific instrumentation. All the tools, save one, deploy from the outside of the frame, so you can access them all without much hassle. The company claims 24 tools in this multi-tool, but we counted 23, including one that's simply a hook for a lanyard. The needle nose pliers, wire cutters, scissors, 3 standard screwdrivers, and can opener work well. It was the less common tools that really impressed us. This is the first multi we've seen with a metal saw, which is on the edge of the file. It cut through mild steel hardware surprisingly well, and the file did a nice job cleaning up the edges when we were done. The Phillips screwdriver shank flares out at the end so that all 4 points on the head are the same size, making for very solid engagement. The Spirit X's bottle opener is made from wide stainless steel stock, which keeps it flat on the bottle cap so it doesn't slip or cut into the cap. The combination reamer punch efficiently opens up holes in wood, leather, and soft metals, and it can drill holes through 3/4 inch pine board. An all-around great pick, this multi-tool will get the job done, no matter what that job happens to be.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.